part 2 of the Q&A, and this is going to go over more in depth the interview questions for Skywest. In the last video, I gave you guys some advice in general, you know, how to be confident, have your 60-second intro ready, keep your answers short and sweet, and this is going to go over more in depth those questions. So I hit up some of my friends that went with me to that Skywest interview that passed, which is crazy because there was like 100 of us, but only 20 of us passed, and of the 20 it was about 8 of us, and all of us were from the Travel Academy. So that just really shows you the Travel Academy really sets you up and prepares you for these interviews, because most of the people that passed out of 100 people were from the Travel Academy. Let's see, a question that I got that I remember really well was, what 3 things would you bring to Skywest? And I think all of us got that for the most part. So the first thing I said was my empathetic personality to relate to the passengers. The second thing was my focus, which was to uphold the safety guidelines to keep my fellow flight crew and passengers safe. My outgoing personality to keep the environment fun and easygoing for everybody. Those are really basic answers, but I don't even know how original you can get with those, but it's just really your own preference. Like, you know, you could say like, you know, I'm goal-oriented, I'm diligent, I'm a hard worker, I'll go above and beyond, just stuff like that, very positive wording. So it's just, you know, positive vibes they're getting from you, because they're gonna write all this down and, you know, refer to that when they're deciding if they want to hire you or not. What was your favorite flight experience? Again, positive words. Always, you know, flight attendants have to be very bubbly and outgoing, and just be very positive, you know, very good experience that you had, and then kind of incorporate your answers with, and that's why I want to be a flight attendant now. And or a bonus is, I flew with Skywest once, and you can lie, you know, just something that's like, oh really, no way, that's amazing, like, yeah, you know, just make yourself memorable and like really BS it to the point where they're just like, okay, this person like has to work with us type of thing, you know. What are your customer service strengths? Like, you could relate it to your other jobs, like I used to be a server and I used to be a retail, or, you know, work in finance, just whatever can kind of tie in with your skills that you'll be using as a flight attendant, to show that you will treat the passengers right. Ooh, another one that I didn't get, but one of my friends got, and I did a lot of research on Skywest just because I already knew the Travel Academy said that it's good to do your research because they can ask you this question: why Skywest? I was like, oh my gosh, I would not even know what to say. You know, so just do your part and do research on any airline that you're gonna go to interview to be a flight attendant, because the more you know about the airline, the more impressed they'll be that they know you did the research, or you know about the airline a lot. That's just a huge plus for you. One that I got was, how would you deal with a situation where a passenger was dissatisfied with their service? Or, for example, the example that my interviewer used was the seating arrangement was messed up. So now you have a passenger that's saying, you know, oh, I wanted to sit in the aisle seat, but now I'm assigned to a window seat, and like, you know, he's trapped in with a bunch of like strangers now. And you know, because I like the aisle seat too, because I go to the bathroom a lot, so I need the aisle seat so I can just get up and go to the bathroom. Well, what I said was, well, first off, I would deal with the situation with ease, but a little bit of assertiveness. And at the same time, I would make sure that I empathize with the passenger and really make them understand that I feel their pain and what they're going through, and how this is a really unfortunate situation. You'd be very apologetic. And if I were a lead, then obviously I would have to come up with the best solution that makes everybody happy. Or if I had a lead flight attendant, try to come up with something that doesn't require me to go give her another problem or him another problem, you know, that has to do with the passenger. Just really take initiative and leadership and try to figure it out on your own without like doing something illegal, like giving free stuff or, you know, just complimentary stuff. Obviously always ask first, but just try to come up with a solution on your own. Like, use critical thinking and, you know, just keywords like that where they're just like, okay, this person is very knowledgeable. They're not just bubbly and fun and, you know, adorable. They actually know what they're talking about, and they know how to use customer service skills. So that was a really good question. Lastly, a very good question I got. This is a pretty tricky question too. How have you resolved a challenging situation with a coworker in the past? So this is a trick question just because they want to see what type of answer you have, because that will show what kind of person you are. Because for example, if you're just gonna say like, well, I would tell my manager, or I would report it, or that just shows that you won't deal with your issues on your own, or, you know, face them head on. The trick is to still have a positive answer to come out of it, to still show your good personality features. So I think for this question I said, I'm typically not a confrontational person, but it could just be something that's going on with their lives. So I would just approach it in a manner of just talking to them and seeing how they're doing, because sometimes somebody just needs to talk. But yeah, like my interviewer was just like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. Most people will say, you know, they report it to a manager or something, but he was like, I really liked your answer, and I praise you for that, because not a lot of people are understanding, and that just shows that you have a lot of patience. And if you're gonna have issues with a coworker or something, or a fellow flight crew member, they know that you're not gonna like give management or HR a hard problem with that. They just want to know that you can deal with your stuff on your own and see what kind of personality you have. So yeah, that was, for the most part, they really only ask you like 2 or 3 questions. It's very short. They just want to get a feel for your personality and what kind of person that they'll be hiring, because sure, you know, you could be very knowledgeable of the FAA guidelines and the terminology and everything, but they want to see that you can relate to the passengers and that you care for people and you're good at customer service, because you're taking care of like 300 or so passengers on a plane, and you have to be a reliable person that your flight crew can rely on if anything ever happens. I mean, that really narrows it down for most of the questions that my friends and I got. We all got really similar questions. I mean, if you guys have any more questions, please leave comments and I will get back to you at my earliest convenience. And I, again, really appreciate you guys. You know, some of these questions that I got, even the last video, are from 3 years ago, 2 years ago or more, and you guys are still commenting today, you know, asking how I'm doing. And even if it's not for flight attending advice, you guys just want to know how I'm doing, and you know, I really appreciate that. And you know, my following base is growing, and this is just, I don't know, it's just crazy. So I really, really appreciate it. And you know, don't forget to follow my social media, my Instagram, my Facebook page. I'm also a singer, so I have videos up there. More recently, I opened for some celebrities at the Tropicana in Las Vegas and in LA. So there's just a lot of really cool stuff happening for me right now. And you guys have been following me with my flight attending journey, and I hope you guys follow me now with my singing journey. And I'm getting married in a year, and I want to start incorporating not just flight attending wise, but I know some of you have been asking me to do a makeup tutorial because I just use drugstore brands. If you guys want me to do that, let me know. Go ahead and comment on this video whatever other videos you want me to do. I recently was in the Skyscraper movie with Dwayne The Rock Johnson as a background actor, so I've been getting into background and, you know, just doing stuff like that and really artsy, like acting stuff. And I'm writing a TV series right now, so yeah, just let me know what you guys want and I will give it to you, because I have more time on my hands now. And yeah, I really can't wait for you guys to join me on my journey, and stay tuned for more. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also subscribe to my singing channel, Nikisha Balago. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will be back with a new video really soon. Thanks guys, bye! Damn.